Positive energy all the time. Good to see you all. Here we go. Here we go. Rep your city. I'm representing Chicago. Every day, all day. Better known as the rack. Better known as Chirac. Yeah, universal drama, yes. Popped off crazy. It's always popping off, but this was a bigger incident. Block party, violence. Just another day in Iraq. That's how it go. That's how it goes in Iraq. It's a huge city with a lot of people. So the people causing problems are small groups. So that's why you can't really catch them or do nothing about them because they're not just everywhere. It's like you got a big old house and you got some mice in there. The mice do damage, but it's not a whole lot of mice unless you're just really nasty. So it's kind of like that. It's a big old city with a lot of regular people. It's not like it's just gang people just running all around. See, so that's why you can't really just put a finger on it like that because it's not like you're just going to go outside and see gang members. You ain't going to just go outside and see gang members like that. It don't work like that. They pop in and pop out. They in the house, out, in, out. They pop out. They're just not out there. You just can't go on no block and see the gang members outside. If you go on the block and there's people outside, the people that's outside mostly are not active. The people like out on the block chilling, they not active. So it ain't like you could just drive down the block and catch the shooters. The shooters not out there like that. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Shooters, criminals, hustlers, they're not just outside like that. Like when I was in the streets hustling, you wouldn't never see me nowhere. There's no way you're gonna see me. I was a criminal. I'm not outside. I'm outside, but I'm not outside. I pop out. I pop back in. What you gonna do? How long you gonna wait for me to pop out? You be waiting forever. I pop out. You know what I'm saying? Then I pop back in. This is how crime is. Criminals not just outside. They be like, why don't they do something about it? Because they not do something about who? You're gonna drive around, you're not gonna see them. When you drive around, you see a young dude outside, you don't know if he a gang member or not. He not gonna be doing nothing. It's not like he's going to be standing outside with two guns in his hand. He's going to be outside. You can't just jump out and harass everybody that's just standing around outside. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't a situation like people think that you ride down the street and say, oh, he's a GD, he's a BD. And even that, gang members ain't all shooters. All the gang members ain't doing all that. It don't take a lot of people to cause a whole lot of damage. It only take a few shooters here, a few shooters there, a few shooters there to cause the damage. 13 shooters over here and 13 shooters over there and 13 shooters over there and 13 over there. It adds up. But you got to understand, they're over there with hundreds of people. They just 13 out of hundreds, sometimes thousands. So it ain't really. Well, a lot of people think we're going to talk about it. It went crazy today. Young bull. JRoy had his party, had a block party. A lot of crazy stuff happened. You know, content creator, popular brother. When I have a party, want to get everybody to come out, decide to have a block party. He young, he don't know no better. You can't have no block party. It's crazy. How you gonna have a block party? They had a block party like last week. It was a success. No problem. But, you rolling the dice still. What's up? TOFF. You rolling the dice. You know what I'm saying? You never get me to go out to no doggone block party. Heck no. You can have safe block party depending on what city you live in. Some cities is cool. Chicago, man. Come on, man. I don't know how you're going to try to do that in Chicago. He went to Chicago after the haters made him leave. What's going on, Stephon? We got Richmond, California in the building. We got the beautiful and gorgeous Jazzy J in the building. Ooh, looking gooder than a mug. We got San Francisco in the building. We got Naptown in the building. I need a Jazzy J. I'm going to step my game up. Yeah, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, sweetie pie. Mommy, I want one of those. We got Aniston, Alabama in the house. One of my relatives, most likely somebody in his family is married to somebody in my family. That's an absolute fact, especially if you're from Alabama. If you're from Alabama, Henderson, and your family from Alabama, we relatives. We got Milwaukee in the building. I love Milwaukee. Rest in peace to my girl Sasha. I had a queen up in Milwaukee. She was bad too. She passed away from cancer. I had lost contact with her. Then her son found me. He said I was like a father to him. I didn't even know I was like a father to him. We got Philly in the building. I didn't know I was like a father to him. Him and his little brother. I guess I was the only man in their life like that with their mama like that. I treat them all like they my kids. If I meet a woman and she got children, I treat them just like they man. You know what I'm saying? I treat them the same way. I don't treat them like they stepchildren or nothing, or her children. I treat them just like they man. From day one, when I first time I meet them. I'm a little distance with the girls, but I treat them just like they man though. But I don't be real close with them like that because they're girls. I don't want to put out no weird vibe, but I treat them nice. I talk to them and tell jokes and stuff like that. The boys, I be more hands on. The girls, I treat them nice from a distance, but I still treat them like they're my daughters because I handle my daughters from a distance. I'm not all touchy feely on girls like that. That's creepy. Boys, I grab him and let me see a boy. You know what I'm saying? I roughhouse with boys. You can't really roughhouse with girls too. You know what I'm saying? When they get around you and you got a son, we all boys. You know what I'm saying? Unless you a footy daddy, but if you regular dude, you don't never really all the way grow up like that. So when you get around boys, it's up. You ready? You go outside, they got the football. You're like, hey, let me see. Hey, man, you can't play, boy. You know, the boy gonna come out in you when you get around boys. You know what I'm saying? Especially me, I'm crazy. I come around your son gonna love me. Because the first thing I'm gonna see when he on the game, first thing I'm gonna say to your son, boy, you can't play no game. Yes, I can. No, you can't. You whack, man. You cannot play no game. I'll dog you on the game like that, and it's up. I'm gonna tell your son, you cannot play no game. You just wasted time. You know what I'm saying? I'll run you off the game. You can't never beat me on the game. I ain't never played the game before. Whatever game it is. But I'm gonna tell your son he can't win. And boy, when he beat me, that's the highlight of his day. Because he gonna beat me. You know what I'm saying? He gonna beat me. He gonna really beat me. Boy, he gonna play the hard. I done told him he can't play it. He ain't no good. He a buster and all that. Boy, your son he gonna kill me on the game. That's gonna be the highlight of his life. Me being a big old boy, I'll be like, that was luck. And you cheated. I run it back. I let you win. You know, I'm gonna irritate the hell out of them. Boys like that. So every time I come over there, he's gonna light up when I get in there because he know it's up. He know it's up when I get. He know it's up when I come see his mama. He know it's all the way up. I don't just treat the mama like, oh, this is my lady. I treat the whole family. You know what I'm saying? Once I'm with a lady, I'm with the whole family. That's just how it go. But yeah, we got crazy stuff going on in Chicago. Ugh. we're going to talk about it. They had a block party. Now, I don't know what made JRoy think he could have a block party. I don't know. Well, he's young, but I don't know what made him think he could have a block party. And it's like, he a content creator, so hundreds of thousands of people come out. You know what I'm saying? The whole block is full of people when they had these parties. People come out by the hundreds. You know what I'm saying? They come out. They come all the way out for these parties. It's summertime. These is black melanated people that love music. They coming. They coming. The girls coming out. We can't do block parties. No, you can't do no big old block parties like that. You could do a small block party depending on what, but you can't. They're not doing regular block parties, JRoy. They doing internet block parties. So it's not really a block party. When I was growing up, a block party is you block off the block and the people on the block come and have a party. That ain't the type of block parties they have in JRoy. The type of block party you think about, they having a block party where a famous content creator have a block party and he tell everybody coming, the whole damn city come on your block. It ain't the block party like you think. It ain't that type of block party. No, this is like a party. This is like a party you'll have in a big venue, but they have it on the block, right? Like a club. Like a club, but a club got a capacity. But the block ain't got no capacity. They all on the grass, they everywhere. So it's like they have a club party outside on the block. No permits. That's why he gonna be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? He young, so it's a great idea to him. Everybody gonna come, but he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't thinking. He young. He a baby. He don't know no better. He a baby, an entrepreneur. He hyped up. All he thinking about is get it to pop. Once he plan a party, all he think about who gonna be the DJ, what they gonna wear, advertising it. That's all he thinking about, the success of it. So I understand that. He thinking of success. Like when he a young businessman, so we only think about the business side of it. That's it. He's all trying to make it happen. He not thinking about once it happen. He thinking about he hope it don't rain, stuff like that. And these kind of things, there ain't no money. It's like a fame. It's like fame. As far as he's concerned, he giving back to the community. That's how he look at it. They ain't gonna charge, so he ain't making no money, right? So he feel like he giving back to the community. I'm a big successful content creator. I'm gonna throw a party for my people. Y'all come out. It's free. You know what I'm saying? Now, somebody might be making some money, don't get me wrong, selling drinks, little stuff under the table going on. Somebody got drinks. So he might got drinks or stuff, but that's really not the purpose of it. Because a lot of times the drink's going to be free till it run out. Because these content creators making 30, 40,000 a month, 50,000. A small content creator making 10 racks a month. Easy. Especially if they monetize in their Instagram, their Facebook, and their YouTube. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. They're going to get at least $7,000 off their YouTube if they popular every month. And the same off that one, they're going to get 20,000 a month or more. Easy. So he had the party, man. You know what I'm saying? And man, let me tell you, man, he had the party. First, it started out 6 shot. Prop, 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 prop. The female passed away. Rest in peace to Shorty. Then the numbers went up to 9. 2 unalived in the area. The whole area went crazy. So the area went up. It was on the west side. You understand? So the whole area gonna go up. You know what I'm saying? The whole area gonna go up. You know what I'm saying? Because the city is already up. It's up anyway. This just the west side. All of these shooters could be related because, where you gonna have a block party where it ain't already a gang? We don't got no neighborhoods, ain't got no gangs. We don't got no black neighborhoods, ain't got no gangs, except like some of the more affluent black neighborhoods might got little spots where it's doctors and stuff live there, and they might not have a whole bunch of young, wild children. Might be older like generation else. So they ain't got a lot of shorties like that. But mostly it's 77 communities in Chicago, the black communities. It's gangs in all of them, but some of them small in numbers. Like my parents lived on 116th in Maple Park. There's a gang there, but they ain't as wild as across Halsted Street on the east side of Halsted is wilder on you all the way up to Roseland. So it's like little patches. But them dudes on across Halsted still might be beefing with somebody in my neighborhood. So if you have the block party in my neighborhood, the ops gonna figure they ops gonna pop out. So they coming looking for the guys in that neighborhood they beefing with. That's why I don't understand what he was thinking. If it's on the west side, it's gonna be some type of vice lords, four corner hustlers, and GDs, right? How you gonna have a party on the west side and it ain't gonna be just one type of vice? The vice lords be beefing. It's different vice lords. It's not just one vice lord. It's travelers, it's mafias, it's unknowns, it's a lot of vice lords. It's four corner hustlers that's like vice lords in jail, but ops out, because vice lords is on the 5. And people like me, foes, we be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because they on the 5, and we be like 4 fingers, no thumb. So they don't like no foes. You know what I'm saying? They don't like us. You know what I mean? They don't like us. They don't like us. Duh, 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 duh. They don't like me over there. If I go over there, not like that. I got to find an ally. I got to find out who an ally. One of the vice lord groups might be an ally. But hey, I can't just go over there like that and ain't no homophobe out there like that. Come on, man. That's crazy. How you gonna have a block party on the west side with all them vice lords over there and them GDs? I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't know why he did. I don't know what he was thinking, bro. You think you could do that? He know more than I know. Whoever he was locked in with is to blame too. Shorty like that. You know, if he a good kid and he throwing a party, right? So if when you look at him, he throwing a party, everybody he locked in with just like him, he ain't gonna be locked in with nobody no smarter than him. His crew gonna be his same people, same age group. Gonna be his crew. Gonna be a lot of your dudes. If he like, let's say he a gamer or something like that, all his friends gonna be like gamers and stuff. It ain't like it's gonna be a mixed crowd in his age. It's gonna be a bunch of young people that's just like him. He not into the gangs like that. So it ain't going, you know what I'm saying? He was just trying to be successful and he thought he was helping the community. JRoy, you a businessman, so think about a baby businessman. You get caught up in the business side. You get caught up in the, you know what I'm saying? When you're a businessman, a lot of times you just get caught up in the business part. All you think about is the business part. Every day, all he think about is going on live and saying, man, my party, come to my party. It's going to be big. That's all he's thinking. That's all he's thinking. And when a lot of people came, he was happy. He was like, yeah. He ain't never thinking he ain't no shooter or nothing. So he not thinking about shooters coming. He don't really mess with the gangs over there. They might not even live on his block. The gang people that came might live in that area, but they might not be right there on the blocks he on. It could be 2 or 3 blocks. The next block might not got none of that type of activity. But it's that area. So let's say you have a block party and you on a block and it's in a community, right? And I'm gang, me and my guys, but we live 6 blocks over, 7 blocks over. We're not really close where you at. But in the gang culture, to the other gang, they know that's our area. So now they not gonna necessarily come over there looking for the gang members. Everybody try to come and have fun, and then they see each other by coincidence. There go little Ramy and them that shot my brother right there. Well, they over there. See, like that. It ain't like they coming over there. They ain't necessarily coming to shoot it up. Everybody coming to have a good time. But then you see dude. So I'm coming to have a good time. I got my queen with me. And I see you and you robbed me and my brother and you beat up my brother at the store last year. I'm not really thinking I'm finna see you sometime. So it could be where they going looking for him, but it also could just be a coincidence that they see somebody. Like that. So I can't tell you exactly what happened, but it could be a lot of different reasons why they bump heads. It could be chicks. And they get to beefing over he trying to talk to the chick. He done said, you know what I'm saying? Him and his 8 guys over there, they feeling brolic. They come over here talking crazy to the chick, but this me and my boys women. So it could be, man, it could be anything. That's why it ain't a good idea, because it's just 5 different things could happen. It could be 5 different scenarios, but he ain't gonna think like that. See, there's dudes that did not go there. It's dudes saying, I can't go to that. There's dudes over there that would have never went to that. They too hot. They're like, I can't go to that. What if Ramo and them see me over there? I can't go over there. I can't go over there. These is young people that ain't that smart. Think about it. You shoot people in a crowd full of people. Everybody see the shooters. They'll be in jail by tomorrow, the next day. It's ring cameras everywhere. On everybody's door got ring cameras recording out in front. How you gonna shoot somebody on the block like that, man? You ain't got no mask on. The shooter's going to jail tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of young people. Ain't none of them really high intelligent. Not the ones throwing the party, not the one coming to the party or nothing. They not wise like that. He not wise, so he don't even know that he not wise. You got to be somewhat wise to realize you need more wisdom. You have to get some wisdom to realize you need more wisdom. If you don't got no wisdom, you don't think you need none. You ain't gonna be wise enough to know you need wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So they just out there. Right? This was some shorty posted, some young lady. Chicago, wake up. 3 people unalive, 9 teenagers shot. A young girl is fighting for her life in the middle of the street. This isn't normal. This isn't okay. We can't just pray. We have to protect our kids, demand change, and fight for a safer Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So it's more than that. She's saying 3 gone, 9 shot. This saying 2 gone, 9 shot. So it ain't even been updated yet. You know what I'm saying? Because just like once one of the guys over here shoot the guys over here, now they riding around shooting everybody. So by the time this week is over, this next week is over, it's a war zone over there now. It's going to be some get back. Going to be a lot of get back over there. It's hot as firecracker. It's going to be mad get back. It's up. The number's going to go up tonight, tomorrow, and all Monday through all next weekend, up. It's up. It's all the way up. All the way. All the way. People like me, right? So this is why people say, well, Pharaoh, why you say you be outside? Why you be so alert like that? See, a lot of older people sleep too. Like, you have to have awareness. A lion in the jungle got awareness. A lion know the area is, know what type of snakes is over there, know what other type of predators is over there and all that. He's not just over there willy-nilly. And so the reason my senses up so high, because these shootings ain't like, it seemed common to you, but it's not common. It's a lot, but it's not common because it's a big old city. So it happened way over there and it happened way over there, right? Which means most days you're going to be moving, ain't nothing going to happen, right? So most days when I'm outside moving around, ain't nothing gonna happen which will do what? Which will lull me to sleep, right? It'll lull you to sleep because ain't nothing happening, ain't nothing happening, ain't nothing happening, right? See, if something's happening, you'll know. But don't nothing be happening. It's a big old city. Most of Chicago don't know that's happening. If they ain't turned the news on, Chicago don't know that happened. That's way on the west side. That's like a whole nother city. South side don't know nothing about that. The whole west side don't even know about it. Unless you go on Instagram or turn on the news, you don't know. That's what a lot of people don't know. Chicago don't know that happened. That's like a little crack. That's like what that happened at is like this in an area like that. Nobody know that happened like that. So that'll lull you to sleep. So I'm driving. I'm in the middle lane. Two cars behind me on the other two lanes. This car over here, right? He look across and see his ops. He tell his boy, there go Ramo and them right there. They get the bangers ready. Ramo and them see him. They start driving up. They pull up next to me. They gonna let it go. They not finna wait till I get out the way. They're not finna wait till I get out the way. They're gonna let it go through my car, whatever. So if I ain't paying attention and see these dudes pull up looking over that way and hit my brakes, I'm out of there. If I walk out of the store, it's a young dude in front of me. He bought some blunts or something. He paid for his stuff. He stopped his guy in there standing by the door. They talk. I'm finished with my stuff. They walk out. I walk up behind them. A car could come up to get them. I'm going to be in the crossfires. Period. A lot of people in Chicago get caught in the crossfire. You ain't got nothing to do with it. You standing next to somebody that's hot. So you got to have your head on the swivel. And you got you got poverty. You got poverty. You got people with addictions. They got to have money. They got to get their perks. They got to get them Percocets now. So that means you have, the most dangerous robbery is a dope fiend robbing you. They'll unalive you. They're not in their right state of mind. They fidgety. They anxious. You never had to worry about a crackhead doing that. But a heroin addict will unalive you quick. Quick. So it depends on what types of drugs they on. Certain drugs make them dangerous. Super dangerous. We talked to a detective one time and he said, y'all, let me tell you something. Sometime when we arrest them, we have to put them in a room for 2 days. And they say after the 2 days over, we go to interview them, they don't remember nothing. He said, they ain't pretending they don't know. They don't know what they did. I said, are you kidding? He said, I'm a detective, Pharaoh. I'm a detective. I could tell when you lying. They don't be lying. They don't remember nothing. They be to drank that lean or took them pills and just did something. They don't even remember nothing. He said, they don't remember nothing. We have to find them guilty from other people. We can't catch them up in no lie because they don't know nothing. Seriously. That's just what it is. So a lot of elderly people, they in by 7, and they only go to certain areas. I remember when my mother was still alive, and I went over to visit her one time, and she said, "Don't you be going to them gas stations." If I was driving tonight and seeing, you're not gonna see that crowd because they on the back streets. So I ain't gonna be on the back street. They gonna be on the back street. So the street gonna be blocked off. So if this is the street, it's gonna be blocked off. They're gonna be right here. So if I'm driving like this, I ain't gonna be in no threat. I'm just gonna keep going up that side street. You ain't gonna be able to drive up in the crowd like that. You can't drive into this crowd. See? So there ain't gonna be no threat to me if I'm driving. I'm gonna be way down there somewhere, way down there, because I can't drive right there. I can't drive right there. If it's gonna be a problem, it's gonna be up in the crowd, up in one of these crowds. But it ain't like down there on the next street where you drive across. You ain't gonna be in no danger like that. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't drive down there anyway. You can't drive down there unless you want to get your car towed up. You can't drive down there and blow for them to move out the way. Okay, now you probably gonna get pulled out your car and stomped out. What is you? They gonna come on? You can't do that. You can't stop their party and drive down and then they having a party. They'll be like, man, listen, you'll never get too far. You'll be a total violation. Why would you pull down that street? Don't you see they out there partying? They probably got them yellow things on both ends or garbage cans or something anyway, or cars. They probably got cars blocking both ends. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't be scary. Like, I'll go in the party. I'll go in the party. I'll go up in this crowd. I'll go to the party. I'm really that. I'll go up in the crowd right now, today. Nobody don't know me. Nobody don't even know me. They gonna be like, "Oh, gee, what you doing here, OG? Get your world legs. OG, get your world legs out of here. It's past your bedtime, OG. You tripping." Like that. I'll be like, so I can't, what? You ain't gonna offer me a drink or nothing and just OG go home. No, you cool, OG, yeah, OG. And then you in. Just like that. That's how you get in. You gotta be a man. You can't be no wuss. I'm gonna be like, what you mean I can't what? What? What you mean I can't come? Ladies, I'm too old to be here. They might be like, yes. I'll be like, y'all bogus as hell. I'm not too old to drink though. I ain't too old to drink. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Then y'all need some management over here. Y'all don't know how to act. Ain't no, I'm from the rack. Oh, he's from Chicago. He's Chicago nigga. Help me. Plus, I'm on social media. Somebody gonna be like, Pharaoh said that? Man, my brother be watching you, G. Like that. Or a nigga might be like, man, on your live, man, you went off on me and shit, man. To fuck with that. But man, we ain't finna mess up these people party. Calm your stupid ass down. Like that. We ain't finna mess up these people party. Calm down. You gonna be all right. You gonna be all right. I thought you was a gangster. A little diss hurt you. A little diss ain't gonna hurt you. You know what I mean? When I called you a sucker ass nickel. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be all right. Get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? But I go up in there, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't finna go in there with no violence or no shit and mess up little young black people party. I'm gonna try to talk that down. If you really crazy, you want to fight, be like, man, I'm finna leave because y'all want to fight up in there and mess these people party up. You know what I'm saying? Holler at me somewhere else, man. We don't mess these people party at. You know what I'm saying? Holler at me somewhere else where I can lay you down without ruining a party. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You bogus shit anyway, bro. Why you up here at the party trying to mess up the party? Calm your ass down. Hey man, get dude a drink so he come. I'm gonna buy you a drink, right? We cool. All right, but hey man, get him what you want. Get him a drink. All right, we cool. I don't want to hear that shit no more. All right, damn me up. All right then. Just like that. Like a gangster. I buy him a drink. No harm, no foul. You can talk to the people. Brothers, you can talk to brothers. If you got to go to that county jail or to that prison, I ain't been to prison, I've been in the county, you got to know how to talk. You got to know how to de-escalate situations. You could de-escalate a situation. All a person wants is some respect. It don't take nothing but my bad, and it's over with. You don't got to be the tough. You don't got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to do all that. But I'll go up in there. I wouldn't stay because there wouldn't be nothing there to interest me. I don't want to see no whole bunch of 20-year-old girls twerking and stuff. What I'm going to do with them? What I'm going to do with a bunch of young girls out there like that? I'm trying to stay alive. I ain't trying to get with nobody that's going to send me to the grave. Them young girls will kill me. I didn't had my hey, I didn't had my younger days with women. That's a whole headache. Okay, you know that's a whole you know what I'm saying? That's a whole job. It take a long time to break a woman in and turn her to mature and calm her down. You know what I'm saying? Unless you get lucky and meet a calm one. It ain't about fun. I'm not talking about fun. I'm talking about the hard work of dealing with a woman and her emotions and stuff. You understand? Its emotions come with that. Young women got issues. A man got to calm her down and get her behavior correct. Her behavior could be based on her family situation or the last boyfriend she was with. So it's going to take her a while to adjust with the new man. I ain't got no time for no adjustments. You understand? One of them try to turn me into their sugar daddy. Not really, because I would never mess with them. But no, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that because how you gonna do that? I gotta put up with that. So that's not gonna happen. It'll never happen because I would never. That would never cross my mind. So that's a scenario that I wouldn't even consider because I would never do it anyway. But if I did want a younger woman, there's some out there. You still got to deal with training them and breaking them in, but there's some out there. Facts. There's a woman out there that if you're gonna come in and you're gonna be with her and work together and stuff, she'll get with you 20, 25 years old. Facts. That's absolute fact. A normal chick. I ain't looking for no chick, but if I was looking for a young woman in her 20s or early 30s, I go to Mississippi, Alabama. Give me a good ass young wife. Easy. Easy peasy. I go to Alabama and get her. Mississippi. Bad. Fine as hell, but that's a country girl. Won't be no problem. You gotta know where to find them at. I can get them down south all day. All day. You understand? And in Chicago too, it's just which one. You know, you got different types of people. That's a whole video right there. But these young people got out there and it was just carnage out there. You know what I'm saying? It was just complete carnage out there. It was bad. The brother, he in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. For sure. I don't know what he was thinking. But he is going to be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. They want him. They want him. You know what I'm saying? He lucky because the mayor like young people, so the mayor might cut him some slack. So he lucky Brandon is the mayor. He lucky. Because Brandon got a lot of compassion for the young people. So he lucky. He might get a break. He got a mayor that might give him a break. Yep, he lucky. He lucky. For sure. Because he's got a mayor that might show him some compassion. You know what I'm saying? He might get a break. You know what I'm saying? He might get a break. What? He might get a bunch of lawsuits though. If he got any type of business, if this was done under any business, yeah, they're gonna take him to the bank and clean him out. They're gonna clean him out. If it's any type of LLC. The people call him to be arrested know nothing about the area. It don't matter. They feel like people in Chicago feel like this. Dude, this Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Even he feeling like that now. Even him right now, he feeling like that. He feeling like, what the hell was I thinking in Chicago? Trust me. Trust me what I'm telling you. Even he's feeling like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? He got to grow up like right now. You know what I'm saying? Like he got to grow up quick. He just thinking. You know what I'm saying? When you're young like that, you be making mistakes. So he thinking right now, oh man, because the whole area on fire now. It's up. Let's get back and get back for the get back. We don't know how many people is innocent. We don't know if it was people from one gang, a couple of people from one gang, was there a couple of people from two different gangs? We don't know the details. But you got a bunch of shorties with weapons that don't know how to use them, shooting in a crowd. When you miss, you're gonna hit two or three other people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they look. It's all the way up on this. Just the west side. This just the west side today. Yeah, this just the west side. That's just the west side. The city up anyway with the get back season and carjacking and domestic wars and arguments and stuff. The city all the way up. Anyway, I've been busy. I'm over on Chirac homicide, so I've been busy. I'll show you. Look, I've been busy. Look at all the stuff I had to post. Go follow me on X on Chirac homicide. I'm on Instagram too, but X is where the action is. Look how busy it's been. Look, drop off at the hospital, 6 shot, male hit, 2 hit, male hit, 6 hit, male hit, female hit, 4 hit, person hit, 53-year-old man hit C53. Look at the numbers. Everybody talking crazy to me, 53. Ain't no age pass here. Drop off at the hospital, 2 hit, 2 hit, male 35 hit, male 26 hit. Drop off at the hospital, female 25 hit, male shanked, male 30, male 44 hit. Drop off at the hospital, male 59, C59 hit. Male 38 hit, male 38 hit, male 37 hit, male 43 hit, male 31 hit. It's just past 18 hours. Male 29 hit, male 39 hit that I posted it. This is probably 2 days worth or something like that. Male hit, male 27 hit, boy 14 hit, girl 16 hit. Right? Girl shanked. Girl 16 shanked. Male 55 hit. Boy 10 hit. He passed away. Female 33. Boy 10 years old hit. He passed away. Female 33 hit. Male 37 hit. 1 hit, but 3 injured overnight. 3 hit. Female passed away. Girl 16 hit in both legs. Right? 2 people. 32 hit. Male 41 hit. Male 54 hit. 25 people was hit a weekend. Last weekend. 25 people was hit. 2 fatally. 2 hit, 7 wounded. Male 55. That's what I be posting. 2 females hit. Once twice in the left eye, the other one twice in the right ankle. You know what I'm saying? That's where I live at. That's just a part of the culture. But it's a small, it's just one of the many things. You know, Chicago's a business town first. So it's not like, oh, it's not like that's Chicago. A big city like this has a lot of different things. Food is a big thing in Chicago. Business is a big thing in Chicago. Dancing, music, it's all a part. You can't take one part and put it over the other part. And these shorties, they come up under that. This stuff been going on since they was babies. Everybody want to hate on the shorties, but they inherited this. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. See, just the same thing. They just dress different. Gangsters. It's called the gangster disciples, right? See what I'm saying? This way before the shorties. This is way before this generation. Think about it. They're trying to put it all on the shorties. It's been way, way before the shorties. Way, way back. When I was a little boy. And then before it was them black gangs like that, it was the organized crime. We had black gangsters in Chicago for real. And Chicago's always been, you know, like that. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't really nothing different. The numbers is down way lower than they were when I was in high school. When I was in high school, it was 1,000 unalived 1 year, like 900 and something. It's been like that ever since I could remember. I've been a gangster. I've had a gangster mentality. I'm a hustler, but I've had a gangster mentality. Shoot, since I was a little boy. You know what I'm saying? I had a gangster mentality as a little boy, like 8, 9 years old. I remember being like 8, 9 years old, saying when I grew up, I'm gonna rob banks. One of my goals in life was to get with a white dude and rob banks. I was like 9 years old. Now, who would think of something crazy like that? Why a white dude? I don't know. But 8, 9 years old, I was like planning bank robberies. So I would get me and a white dude. We're gonna rob all the banks. We're gonna get away with it. I was like 8, 9 years old. I grew out of that dream. That only lasted about a year or so. But they call this the Chicago typewriter. That's what they call it. Google Chicago typewriter. It's just a part of the culture. Like when I was around high school, like one of the biggest shirts people was wearing was Al Capone. Al Capone t-shirts was popping. It's just a part of the city. Everybody here is a gangster a little bit. The businessmen, the white dudes, the police, everybody have like a mafia a Costa Nostra kind of vibe to them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they call that the Chicago typewriter. That's what they call it. So the shorties is it's a long tradition. Many of these young people, their daddy is unalived or in prison. Know what and what? I don't understand what you're saying. The Marcus. I don't know. But you're saying like write it in a way where I know what that means. You mean like they not tough like that? Like boxing and stuff? Oh, with the Tommy gun? I mean that's old though. So that's what that would have been considered. That drum would have been considered that. If I ain't mistaken. I see a drum on there, I think. The difference, one of the difference in Chicago and other cities is Chicago is not, Chicago is not, uh, this is not a tough, Chicago, we don't believe in being tough. So that's one of the main differences in black people, brothers in Chicago. We don't believe in being tough. That's the main difference in a gangster city. We don't believe in being tough. So a lot of brothers they don't like Chicago because we don't believe in being tough. We feel like here in Chicago we feel like tough. It's like weirdo stuff because it's like you could just go on with your life while you're out there trying to be tough. So brothers be like, well, you need to fight like a man. It's like, bro, if it's only worth fighting for, it ain't nothing. And whatever you can come up with that me and you should have a fight, that means we could just blow that off. That's not serious if it's worth fighting for. That ain't serious. How's that serious? I'm not fighting you. That's some weirdo stuff. Like fighting you for that. So for us, fighting is like punk shit, like half-ass doing it for nonsense. For us, fighting is a waste of time. They try to make it like, oh, you're fighting. No, fighting is punk shit over bullshit. If you want to fight, that ain't serious. That's punk shit. To all y'all brothers talking about fight. If you want to fight me over something I said on social media, you're a punk, man. You're a girl. You want to fight? Are you kidding me? So you get over here and call me names. I'm supposed to want to fight you? Bro, that's not serious. Fighting is for punks. Give me an example of something that's worth fighting for. Somebody in the chat, tell me what somebody could do to fight. What could somebody do to me that I should want to fight him? Somebody tell me in the chat. Maybe I'm lost. Tell me something a man could do to me that I should want to fight. Think of one and tell me. Because I got to hear this. Because I don't got the middle. I only got it ain't shit or it's serious. I don't got the middle part. I don't got the middle part. What's the middle part? That's the middle part. I don't got that. It's either serious or it ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't know what the middle part. What is the middle part? If y'all homies for the fun, if you my homie and do what, DeMarcus? Give me an example what my homie could do to me while I fight. Give me an example. Just don't say, give me an example of what my homie, my boy, in Chicago, my homie like my family. Give me an example what fam could do to me where we fight. Give me an example. Just don't type it. Give me an example. Not even at my age. That ain't what I asked you. Give me an example of what somebody could do to me. I don't want to know what y'all used to do. I'm asking you a distinct question. You made a statement, I'll stand on it. Give me an example of what somebody can do to me to fight. Because you say, well, if you homies, I'm saying no. Now you give me an example of what my homie could do to me for us to fight. Give me an example. Y'all got to stand on y'all shit. Put up 10 racks. No. Put up 10 racks just to fight? No. For what? Who want to fight they homie? Like my boy I'm getting money with. Why would I want to punch him? I'm not understanding none of that. Like the crew that I'm hustling with. Why would I want to punch the crew that I'm getting money with? That's got wives. Like we got wives and children and shit. We grown ass fucking men. We not in 8th grade. So show me what gonna make me punch one of them. Like punch them. And we out there getting money. We know each other's wives. We know each other's children. We try to make sure our sons don't be fighting. We won't let our sons fight each other. Listen, my boy I'm hustling with, his son and my son cannot fight. Oh, no. They both gonna get fucked up. What is y'all doing? What? You putting your hands on each other within the same crew? Really? Bro, I'm talking right now. I don't know what you're talking about. What younger years? Give me an age. What younger years you talking? Give me an age, DeMarcus, because you dancing. Give me an age. Don't say younger year. What age? Because I'm talking grown men. If you're talking little boy stuff, why is you telling me about little boy shit? If I'm a grown man talking about what I'm doing as a grown man, why you tell me what y'all used to do in the 8th grade? You confusing me, bro. I thought we talking grown man, bro. You talking grade school? This is adult conversation, bro. What you talking, grade school? 20 to 24 years old. Lord have mercy. I ain't had a fight since the 5th grade. Boy, if you 20 years old and you fighting, your ass a fucking loser, a lame, a country punkin or something. Where you from? Fucking Beverly Hillbillies or some shit. 20 fucking years old. Bro, you ain't even supposed to be fighting, man, no further than the 6th or 7th grade. Ain't no fucking high school boys supposed to be fighting. Them was lames. But 20 years old? Like a grown man? And then you say before kids. No, because we be having kids at 20. That's false too. See, I know I got to realize generation I'm talking to. What do you mean 20? We have kids at fucking 20. What is you talking about? 20 years old, I had a daughter. See, I'm talking to an mature group. Immature. They think you're supposed to have babies at 40. For a grown man, for somebody to break your nose, that's very serious. That's not like little boys fighting that ain't got a lot of power. These is grown men. If a grown man hits you, he could do serious damage to you as an adult. I don't know why y'all trying to make that like little boys. Yeah, you're in the 3rd grade, the 4th grade, you fighting, you hitting each other. But a grown man hit you? Man, grown men don't fight. Kids fight. Grown men don't fight. If you're a grown man and you fighting, you a lame. Because there ain't no grown man fighting. That's the lames. When we grown men, we don't be talking crazy to each other. We go out and have a good time. We be respectful. When I'm around Ron Gresham, when I'm around my cousin, when I'm around my neighbor I grew up with, Richard, when we go out, we kings. We carry ourselves like kings, royalty. If I go out somewhere with JRoy, I'm not going to say one thing disrespectful to him. Not one thing. Man, fight. It ain't about no blicks coming out. Fighting for what? It's not about violence. I'm trying to figure out fight for what? Because I ain't seen no example that I can't laugh off. Okay, we go somewhere. You say something crazy or somebody bump into me. If somebody bump into me, my drink go on me. He don't say sorry or nothing. Hey, man, I'm going about my business. He going about his. That's how gangsters move. I ain't gonna even say nothing. If he catch me off guard, bump me, I'm like, damn. I'm gonna go about my day. I'm not gonna be like, hey man, which way you going? I'm not finna do all that. Period. He bumped a drink on me, boom, a gangster. Your mind run, drink on you, boom, finish party, and it's gonna dry up. Nobody gonna know it's there. Boom, take the shirt to the cleaners. Okay, fight him. Oh, I still gotta make money tomorrow. Go to jail. I got bills to pay tomorrow. I gotta take my kids to school. Gangster shit. You're gonna weigh out that drink on you versus everything the fuck you gotta do. And you're not finna crash out and fuck up your whole week because the goddamn Bacardi got on your damn shirt and you a pimp and you a player like me. And it's liquor on my shirt. All right, it's gonna dry up. What? It's gonna dry up. But you say you a gangster and you can fight, but then you can't take no liquor on your shirt. If you can take blood, then you can take some liquor on your shirt. How you mad if you a gangster because you got liquor on your shirt? A gangster, I'll pour the liquor on my shirt myself. They ain't gangsters. Gangsters won't care nothing about little shit like that. You bump me, a drink on me. So we in a party, it's crowded. I came in here to bump into people and shit. I tried. This might be the second liquor on me. I might have dripped a little bit. What we doing, bro? It's liquor on my shirt. I'm a gangster. It's liquor on my shirt. Okay, all right. I got a closet full of shirts. Come on, bro. I got liquor on my shirt. Wow, you still some liquor on my shirt. It's a big old spot on my shirt. It's a fine shorty over there. I walk over there. Can you believe dude spilled liquor all on my shirt? Oh, that's messed up. What's your name? Well, I'm going to turn that into some pimping. What you talking about? There's liquor on my shirt. I see shorty over there. I got a conversation piece. Hey, how you doing? Can you believe dude bumped his liquor on my shirt? She like, who, which one? It's irrelevant. But look, man. How I look, though? I still look all right? Yeah, you look great. What's your name? Shit. I'm not finna be like, hey, man, you bumping some liquor on me, man. Man, why don't you watch what fuck you going, man? Fuck this party up for all these mature people in here. I'm in here like a goofy over some liquor on my shirt in a party where everybody got glasses of liquor. As much shit as I spill here and at my crib, I spill shit all the time. So now all of a sudden, something gets spilled. It's the end of the world. When somebody spills something on me and I'm spilling shit on my own floor, do y'all cook? Y'all don't be spilling shit and dropping shit? How many times you almost dropped a knife on your toe and say, okay, I got to stop cooking without no shoes on? What? That's why I said that ain't gangster. I'm talking about that's not gangster. That's not gangster. You bump me, liquor get on me. I'm like, oh, you like my bad. I'm like, oh, it's all good, player. Bam, it's all good, man. It's all good, bro. It's some liquor, bro. You telling me you want to go and get blood on your shirt fighting somebody over liquor. And if you bump them and they crazy mad, you just leave. If they crazy mad, I'm going to try to talk them down. Hey, I tell you what, I buy you 2 drinks. We cool? If you're like, no, nigga, we not cool, I just walk off. How many times I tell y'all, everything you do, you got to think about who? The judge and the prosecutor. Boom. So I got to be able to go to court, real gangster shit, for a gangster life. Everything and a hustler, everything goes to court. It's court. It's court. You always think about court. If them young people was thinking that, they wouldn't have shot them people. Court. Somebody want to argue. You thinking about the consequences. Brrr, how much money you finna lose? You got to go to court. How much a lawyer gonna cost? All of that. You got to think. You got to think. That's why they call it crashing out. Crashing out is not positive. Crashing out is an idiot. You basically crashing out is you threw your life away for some simple shit. I didn't bump into people before I knocked a drink on dude. Damn! I say, my bad, man. You know what I'm saying? And he'll just look, as long as I apologize and really mean it, most brothers just be like, he might not say it's cool, but he'll like just let it go. Now, if he crazy and he just insists, you know, hey, man, that's on him. Because I'm expecting that too. I'm in the party, all that come with it. You know what I'm saying? Violence for what? Somebody did something to your family? Like, what you doing that for? Like boxing, fighting? Fighting is for little kids. I keep telling y'all that. You must teach your son to avoid fighting and stop fighting in the 5th or 6th grade. He got to learn conflict resolution. I don't do no arguments. I got to get on with my day. It's just like when you're in the street, you're trying to avoid the police. Okay? You don't want to go to jail. You don't want to be at the hospital. You don't want to go to the police station. You don't want to go to court. This is how you live your life. You ain't catching no bullshit ass court cases for no motherfucker arguing and shit like that. How many people got court cases now? I wish they would have just did something different. They had opportunity. They had 2 choices. They took this choice. Now they all in court. Now they spending all this money on lawyer fees and shit. Might end up with a criminal record. For what? A man is not nobody trying to fight. A man is smart. A man is somebody that thinks. A man is not nobody that... You're not a man because you want to box and shit. If you're a grown man, you want to box, you a bitch. I ain't had a fight since probably like the 5th grade. A person that fights a lot is a bitch. He's always messing with people. If you're a cool person like me, easy to get along with, I ain't had no fights. Why? Because I wasn't saying shit in high school. I ain't had no business. I wasn't all in other people's business. I wasn't talking bogus to my classmates. I wasn't doing bitch nigga shit. So I wasn't in no fights. Because I'm a G. I'm cool. I'm trying to make friends. I ain't trying to make no fucking enemies. I'm at school trying to make friends. I'm trying to make connections. I ain't trying to turn motherfuckers off. I'm not trying to make, I'm not live my life making enemies. That's not gangster. Gangster's business. People don't even know what gangsters is. Gangsters was businessmen. They just worked outside of the system. You know what I'm saying? Fighting is not cool. I guarantee you, 95% of fights was avoidable. Now you got 5 fights where a dude tried to attack you and you just defending yourself. But the dude that tried to attack you was out of line. Still somebody gonna be out of line. Tell me I'm lying. They said, well, Pharaoh, what if a dude tried to attack you? He proving my point. He trying to attack me. He out of line. He want to fight. He out of line. If it's a fight, somebody's out of line. One of the people are out of line in any fight you see. There's a person out of line and there's a person trying to defend themselves. All right, you young, maybe. You a grown ass man. This is why I'm against this whole thing. Don't have no babies. Because when you get a woman and get her pregnant, your mindset, you become way more responsible as a man. Not having children extends your fucking childhood. It takes away that extra responsibility. Because when you have a baby, your level of responsibility is heightened for the baby mama and the baby. I've been a grown man from 18. Me and my girlfriend got our own apartment, 18 years old. I ain't never been no bitch. I ain't never been no little boy. I don't do no fighting. I mind my business. I stay up to myself. That's how I live. I don't be messing with people. I'm a nice person. See, fighting there ain't no real man. A real man got conflict resolution. A real man is a deal breaker, know how to break deals. A real man try to take care of his family, take care of his wife, avoid conflict. A real man think 20 steps down. A real man don't wake up in jail And then now you realize you did some stupid shit. You can already see, if I do this, this gonna equal that. That's a man. Calculated. You ain't a little boy no more. When you're a little boy, you do shit. You don't understand consequences. When you're 12 years old, even 15, 16, 17, you do shit and you don't understand consequences. Then the consequence happens. And after you've had all these consequences as a little boy, you learn, okay, it's consequences. I got to think before I make reaction. And that would take you from a boy to a man. And when you're a man, you think in consequences. So when you think in consequences, you're not finna fight. Man, listen, a grown man fight is not safe. Or I don't know why people try to play it like that's lightweight. Why boxers wear gloves? To soften the blow. You talking bare knuckle? Bare knuckle is illegal. Well, they trying to bring it back. You talk about somebody hit you with their bare knuckle? Man, I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. I'm avoiding conflict. You don't pass away as fast as get. Yes, you can. You could die right there. If you get hit, you could die right there. Man, JRoy, you could die just as fast with a bullet. You just proved my point. That's why I'm trying to tell them, JRoy, they don't understand that. If you punch him and knock him out, and he goes stiff and falls straight back and hit his head, dead. Right there. That's what you proving my point. JRoy. You proving my point. A fight could kill you just as quick as a gun. A punch could kill you just as quick as a gun. That is a fact. That is an absolute fact. If you fall and hit the back of your head on the concrete, you DOA right there. You're gone. This is why I'm saying I know that. The man who killed the stranger with a single punch. I rest my case. It's a bunch that happens all the time, man. If you knock him out and he's standing up and he falls straight back on concrete, that's a murder case. That's why I'm just proving my point. Let's just show you the difference between me and some of these brothers I'm talking to. They don't know that. So then when I'm talking, it look like I just don't want to fight. They don't know what I'm talking about. They don't know what I'm talking about. Fighting it's not safe in no kind of way. And I know people in wheelchairs, paralyzed, and people that's unalive from a fight. Period. Disfigured. Had to get the whole back of their head stitched up. So now they got stitch marks. They got to try to grow their hair over it. Can't wear a bald head. Man, listen. This why on this internet, people don't be real like that. They be in a make-believe world. And that's why people watch me. I bring y'all the real world. And I don't make believe. Listen, fighting is very dangerous. Sometimes when the person think they losing, they might pull a knife out. You understand? Like I give you an example. You raise dogs. Once the dogs get in a fight, they go crazy. They go into a rage. Okay? They go into a rage. People are the same way. The way the fight start is not how the fight end. When all that adrenaline go up and all that rage come, the fight is dangerous as hell. Period. And when you are mad, you try to protect your face. You try to protect your body. Just violence in general, you ain't trying to go there. That's on you. If you want to live your life, you want to enjoy your life. You don't want to end up in the hospital, the graveyard, or jail, or prison. Fighting is not it. Fighting gonna fuck your life up. That's a fact. You all up in there fighting with your wife, fighting with your husband, fighting with your brother, sister, fighting with people on the street. That's a no. You're gonna ruin your life. You're gonna ruin your life. Period. Violence, like them young men that shot them people, they all going to prison for the rest of their life. They all going to prison for the rest of their life. Now they in prison for some shit that once they get in prison, that's when they're going to realize they could have let that shit go. It was not as serious as 30 years in prison, 20 years in prison, life in prison. It was not that serious. Not at all. You said you was fighting because somebody said something to your daughter. Now you're in prison. Anybody can say anything to your daughter now. You ain't even there to defend her no more. Fighting is for little boys. That's what we need to be teaching. If we was teaching what I'm teaching, we wouldn't have all these shootings. We teaching what that fool came over here arguing with me want to teach. We supposed to teach these young boys and girls that they should not be fighting once they go to the 6th grade. That's what we should be teaching them. Your last fight should be in the 5th grade. We supposed to teach these youth that fighting is little kid shit. Okay? But if you kissing and trying to have sex, you 15, 16, or trying to drive, you're a bitch, you're a buster. Fighting is for little kids. That's what we should be teaching. Not fighting is for men. Because y'all teaching fighting is for men, and now these young boys are shooting and killing. Because you teaching them violence is cool for an adult. Period. If you're telling them men fight, you're telling the young boys, don't grow up, and that men conduct violence. You tell them the wrong thing. Men do not fight. Men talk it out and go about their business. Stupid ass little kids fight. Okay? 5th graders. That's what we're supposed to be teaching them. When your son come home, he in the 7th grade had a fight, you're supposed to tell you it's too big to be fighting like a little ass boy. Got to plant that in their seat. That's little boy shit. Then all the shorties be like, that's little boy shit. I ain't on that shit. That's little boy shit. You got to put the philosophy out there. For one, because if you're a grown man and you say it's cool to fight, that you let me know that you'll fight me. That you ain't no person I could be around. And you probably drink. You get that liquor in you, now you want to fight. I would never hang with you. Because I got class. I'm suave. I got class. I'm a player. I'm a hustler. I'm not no UFC motherfucker. This ain't the UFC. We try and get money. You gonna get no money fighting. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't doing no fighting. It's for kids. It's for kids. I ain't had no fight. I'm telling y'all the fact. I ain't had no fight since the 5th grade. I had no fights in high school. No fights in 7th, 8th grade. I punched a white dude, but he was a racist playing with me. But there wasn't no fight. I just stole on him and he chilled the fuck out. Stop playing with me. But I ain't had no fights though. I didn't go to school. If you went to school with me, I was gonna always be cool. I wasn't ever gonna be no asshole to you, saying fucked up little funny bullshit. I don't like people like that. I would never say no slick fucked up shit to you. I wouldn't signify if your shoes look funny. I wouldn't say nothing. Unless you was a part of our signified crew. Now, if you was in the signified crew and you come with some fucked up shoes, it's up. But if you ain't in that crew of those of us that agree to signify on each other, I'm not signifying on no innocent kid trying to make you feel bad. I wasn't the type of person try to make people feel bad. I didn't try to make people feel like you are outcasts. I didn't do none of that type of shit. I was cool with all the students. If you went to school with me, you was cool. I didn't like bullies. I never bullied. I never bothered nobody. I never wanted to make nobody feel ashamed, sad. None of that type of shit. I'm trying to make friends. I ain't trying to make enemies. In business, we trying to make customers. We're not trying to run customers away. But fighting is just something I never did. Fighting is for losers. It's not for big boys. It's not for high schoolers. High schoolers ain't supposed to be fighting. Little kids supposed to fight because they ain't learned conflict resolution yet. But by the time you get in 7th grade, you should be learning conflict resolution. And that's the problem in the black community. Our young men don't have no conflict resolution. They let them motherfuckers fight all through 7th, 8th grade, all in high school, up into high school fight. That's why they got them guns. That's why the violence is up. They let them boys fight too long. Now they all up in the school fighting the teachers, fighting everybody. And fighting leads to gunplay. That's what's wrong with the black youth in the United States, the young boys. They some bitches, and you grow them up like little babies. You didn't make them. You didn't make them. You got to start building a man in the 5th or 6th grade. You can't wait to try to build no man at no 18 years old. You got to teach them respect the whole time. And then when they start getting a certain age, that's when you start telling them, okay, you getting older now. You ain't no little baby no more. You ain't no little baby. You in the 5th grade, and you got to make that a big deal. You in the 5th grade. You got to grow up. You in the 6th grade. What is you doing? Why'd you doing 3rd grade shit? Fighting is 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade shit. Fighting? Everybody that gave me an example to fight, look how weak all the examples was. It was all lame shit. If somebody say something to you that's just totally out of line, you just supposed to ignore that and just stay away from them. You ain't supposed to respond to everybody. When you get to the job and it's that asshole at the job say something, don't say nothing. If you don't never say nothing, that motherfucker will stop talking to you and leave you alone. Because he trying to have fun at your sake. You can't let them have fun. You can't let them have fun. That's why a lot of times people come, y'all like, why you block them? Because they try to come over here and have fun at my sake. They trying to have fun. Irritating me, so I just block them. I don't want to have no fun with you. Take your bitch ass somewhere else and have fun. You ain't got no damn maturity. You come over here in the chat. That's what I be telling you to. Fix this motherfucking chat. Stop talking to me. YouTube always trying to tell me what the fuck to do. All these social medias try to tell the content creators what to do, but they don't tell these motherfuckers up making all these comments and I shit what the fuck to do. Teach them a nut goddamn thing. They the ones fucking social media up. Is the people in the comments. It's ruining social media. Some bitch motherfucker ain't doing nothing, ain't putting no content, I ain't doing nothing, got a lot to say. Irritate your situation. When we out here, content creators, we out here working. You know, not have no goddamn respect for people working, trying to bring content to the community. You want to sit on your ass and just make fucked up content, try to fuck up the conversation and fuck up the chat with a bunch of stupid shit. Especially the men, black men especially. I can't tell other men what to do, but you're a full grown ass black man. You don't know how to like go come and say nothing, even if you disagree. You don't know how to disagree in a way that it's got some kind of integrity to the disagreement. You got to add an insult. You don't like what I said, you got to add an insult to the shit like a bitch. Because you're on social media. You know goddamn well in real life, you say that shit to me, I'll walk away. You'll never get to talk to me no more. And you a grown-ass man and you slinging insults and like a child. I'm going to keep it real with you men. I don't know how these black women put up with y'all motherfucking ass. I'm going to keep it real. The black woman got too many damn losers that she got to date. The nigga all up in the house arguing with her like a little bitch. All you niggas is pussy like Kevin Samuels. Want y'all nails done, y'all booty powdered like Kevin. Y'all niggas listening to a bitch nigga tell y'all how to treat a woman. A nigga that act like a bitch. Gonna tell you how to treat a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And y'all listen to that pussy nigga. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was a bitch. Kevin Samuels was a bitch nigga. That was not no man. That was a girly fucking man. He can't tell me nothing about no woman when he perched up like one. So boy, shut up talking to me. Your mama raised you. You ain't had no daddy. And you women got to go ahead and make it on y'all own with these bitch ass men. Can't depend on their ass for shit. These women out here be sinking hundreds of thousands of dollars into these men, and the men still be a fucking loser. She give them chance after chance, put money into her boo, helping her boo. Every time she comes home from work, this nigga can't accomplish nothing. He can't get $1 nowhere. He don't know how to do nothing. A grown-ass man, and then he want to talk crazy to her. He can't make no money. He can't do nothing. But when he talking to her, now he the smartest nigga in the world. And them is the kind of men that's having these boys going to jail, doing stupid shit, gang banging themselves, getting under live. Now their son grow up. Their daddy was in the gang. They're in the gang infested neighborhood. Now the little boy is just an idiot. We got them all over Chicago. Dudes in gangs, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24. They ain't never had nobody raise them. They ain't never had nobody raise them. Facts. If they go to the county jail, I'm in the county jail with them, I'll be the first daddy or uncle they ever had in their fucking life. I swear to God. Any shorty, anybody younger than me been around you, me will tell you. Pharaoh was the first person really told me shit like that. He like a daddy. Shorties to tell you that shit. I'll be the first male that talk to him straight up in their whole life. Facts. I'll be the first one to talk to him, give it to him straight. I'll be one of the only ones take time to talk to him and don't tolerate their bullshit. I tell you straight a minute. Man, you sound crazy. Who the fuck told you that? That's bullshit, bro. Get that out your fucking head. Listen, bro. Shut up and listen. I tell it the gang members. 20 years, I told them, shut up and listen. That's your problem. That's why your goofy ass always in and out of jail. Ain't you tired of going to jail? How old is little Keisha? She's 6. Bro, you go to jail a couple more times, she's going to be a teenager. You right about that, OG. I know I'm right, nigga. Get your shit together. Hell, you in and out of jail. What, you like men? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? But I can't do nothing with them. Chicago too big. They all in the cracks and crevices. Now they done went out here and unalived these people at this party. The people, 2 people gone, maybe 3, whole bunch of people shot, and the shooters going to jail. We lose on both sides. We lose all the way around because the shooter's going to jail tomorrow. Watch. They ain't smart. They can't. Who shoots somebody in the broad daylight at a party where everybody got ring cameras on their doors? Everybody got phones recording everything. Who does that? And then all people want to say is, oh, this and that. Man, these shorties is dumb. Okay? These shorties is dumb. Uneducated. Yeah, ask them if you like me and you want to keep getting locked up with men. Listen, man, when you dealing with these shorties, they don't want it soft. They raised by their mama. They mama soft. They don't want no man to talk to them like they mama. They want to hear it in the raw. You have to change their mind. And when you change their mind and they say, yeah, I got to think different, they respect that. You got to make them know they got to think different. It's got to be done like by force. They men. They young men. They young soldiers. You gotta bring it to them like a soldier. They're not gonna listen. You can't talk. That's why the school can't do nothing, because the men at the school trying to say, and y'all need to do this, and y'all need that. That ain't gonna work. You gotta be like, shorty, you stupid as hell. You constantly in jail. The fuck wrong with you? You constantly in jail, and you won't shut up and listen. And go like, you right, OG, you right. Now I'm getting somewhere. I know I'm right, nigga. Get your shit together. How long you want to do this? And all I'm missing is somewhere to send them. Come down here, man. We gonna hire you. That's what I've been telling black people. Come down here, we gonna hire you tomorrow. You ain't gotta be out here running around. Why y'all got all them switches on the gun? Because y'all can't shoot. That's why. And then you just shooting black people and getting caught. Shooting your own people and getting caught. Shooting your own people and getting caught. Shooting your own people, getting caught, getting locked up for the rest of your life. Some of them, the penitentiary got them so bad, they get out, they back in jail. I ain't gonna say no names, but bro just went back to jail, did all that time, back in jail. Back in jail, back every time they get out, they back in jail. Switches are stupid, but when you a kid with a gun and you got a kid mind, it's exciting. And you got a machine gun. They like babies in the mind. These shorties out here in these gangs, if he 26, his mind is like 13. That's how old his mind is. Everybody try to treat him like a 26-year-old, but his mentality is like 13. Straight up. His mentality be like a 13-year-old. When I was in the county jail, they stayed at my cell or stayed around my table. I was in there doing the same shit I'm doing here. I was doing that in the county jail. I was doing so much the guards would come in and be listening. I got the guy got like people. You know what I'm saying? I'd be in there hitting them. That knowledge is the older gangsters, they in it. So that's my security. They like, shut up and listen to Pharaoh. Like that. You know what I mean? They know goddamn the niggas that been in and out the penitentiary. They know damn well I'm right. But they just don't know how to say it. But they sick of going to prison. So those the ones you need to back you up when you're talking to the babies that's just starting to go to prison. You need the ones that been, that's tired of it. They ruined their life. They don't tell you y'all on the wrong path, man. I used to be stupid just like y'all. I used to be just like that. What they gonna tell you? I used to be just like that. Because you can't be stupid. You gotta go to school. If our youth don't go to school, we gonna have crime. You gotta go to school. See, people think you go to school to learn something. You don't go to school to learn nothing. You don't go to school to learn nothing at the school. You go to school to learn how to learn. The school teach you how to learn. When you do your homework, you're learning how to learn. You're learning, go home, read on it, and know it. That's what the school really teach. The school don't teach you nothing. It just teach you how to learn. And in the process of learning how to learn, you learn stuff. That's what the school is. If you go to school and you get out of high school, you could do any goddamn thing. Because you know how to pick up a book and read how to do it. When you go to college, what they going to do? They're going to give you a book. And the book going to show you how this shit is. All right, then. You can get the book on your own. You can get the book on your own. You can learn everything they learn in medical school yourself. They just want to certify that you know it, but you can know it. You can know how to be a doctor on your own. You can learn how to be an electrician on your own, all that on your own. In some cases, the only thing to slow you down, you need the equipment to practice with for like electrician and stuff. That'll slow you down. But you still could know the information so that when you get with the equipment, you know what to do because you already read it. Because you got to read it before they let you have the equipment anyway. So school teach them how to learn. So when our young people don't go to school, they don't know how to learn. And when a boy don't learn how to learn, he turns to an animal. Facts. When these young black boys, when they don't learn, they turn into animals. Mentally, savages. These are the facts. There's no way they're going to stop this crime in the black community if they don't make these boys go to school. And I don't know how in the hell you can lock our sons up, but you can't make them go to school. Lock their ass up in the school then. See, if I was president of something, I'd change this whole country because I have school jails. I have school jails. You got to go to school every fucking day. And when it's time for your release, you can't get out if you don't pass. You got to stay your ass in jail. I bet you they'll all get A's. You get a bunch of A's, we let you out early. You got to get a certain grade point average to get out this motherfucker. You can't just get no C's. No. You got to have a 3.3 and up, something like that. 3.2 and up to a 4 to get out. You can't just get by and get out. I bet you they'll all learn something. And once they learn how to learn, they'll get out of the street. Now they can think. Because you got to be able to think. 3.5, yeah, you got to be able to think. Whether you're in the streets, whether you're selling drugs, whether you're gangbanging or whatever, to be successful, you got to know how to think. When you start selling drugs, your math game go up. Anybody that was in the street selling drugs will tell you. Your math go through the roof. Anybody that try to sell drugs that ain't good at math, they'll fail. They ain't gonna make a dime. Because you gotta know a half gram, you gotta know a quarter ounce, an ounce, you gotta know all that. You gotta know weight sizes, something they never teach you in school. I said it's a goddamn shame they don't teach you this in school. Ask a kid how much is an ounce. I bet you they don't know it's 28 grams. Why? Everything is sold by weight. All your body oils, all your shit is sold by ounces and fluid ounces or weight ounces. Why our children don't know that? How they gonna be business people when they don't know a gallon, a half gallon, a quart? How they gonna make money? Everything is sold by the gallon, the quart, the shit, the pound, the ounces, the gram. Everything is sold by numbers. Everything. You even have to know how much you pay for the merchandise or how much you got to sell it for to make a profit, right? All right, you got no math. So we got these shorts out there. They can't read. Well, if you can't read, you can't learn math. They set up for failure. They can't read. Most Black Americans now, 30 and under, can't fucking read like they supposed to be able to read. 30 years and under, none of them motherfuckers can read. They 30 years old. They read at 6th, 7th grade level. Can't read. That's why everybody 30 and under, that's why everything they do is abbreviations, because they can't spell it. They can't spell for real. So they go FR, for real, you know. They can't spell for real. That's why they use all these abbreviations. They can't spell. They really can't spell. Not at all. Everything they write is abbreviation. Then when they shot this party up and they going straight to jail, the young brother having a party, you know, now he liable. He gonna be liable. They want to make him liable. You know what I'm saying? They want to make sure he's liable for that shit. Because they saying he should have known not to have that block party out there like that. Some people trying to defend him. They saying, you know, this and that. But I feel like he didn't know, but I feel like he should have known. He shouldn't have had that party out there like that. This is what the people are saying. I said, whoever this JRoy is need to be locked up. Seriously, this don't make no damn sense. People mad. Then he had all them people come out there like that in Chicago in the summer. When he know Chicago in the summer, he know the guns is out. He know all the different ops gonna come out. He's supposed to know that, but he didn't think about it. I know why he didn't do it, because he was only thinking from the business point of view on what he could do business wise. That's all he was thinking from the business point of view. From the business point of view. From the business point of view, he wasn't thinking nothing but pulling it off. He wanted to pull it off, and he wanted to be a big success. And he wasn't thinking. Why he didn't have security? Security, here go the thing, Michael. You can't have no security outside in Chicago at that type of event. It ain't the only way you can have security, it have to be a building. So it got to be security when they come in, and then they got to be where there's walls where you can secure it. That type of situation like that, with all them people all over the street like that, you can't secure that. Security gonna get shot too. What they gonna be able to do? You can't have that, and there's no way you can have security at this. Look, how you gonna have security at that? Where would I station my security? Ain't no walls. People can go in and out the apartments, in and out the houses. People can go all in the backyards and all that. It's a location that can't be secured. When you go to events, the only reason they can have security, they got a fence. You know what I'm saying? They got a fence and you fenced in. Then it could be secured. But like this, just outside, just on the block, ain't nobody gonna do security for that. The only security that they can have for that event that would calm that shit down is black conscious security would have worked. That's the only thing would have worked. That's the only thing. That's the only thing where they won't act up. The only thing where black people won't act up is you got to have Nation of Islam out there, some Rastas out there, and some Hebrew Israelites out there. They won't do nothing. They won't do nothing if they out there. It's something about black consciousness that just calm them down. They won't see that. That's the only people that you could have had out there, and them the only people could have been scattered enough where every pocket is being watched. Professional security got to be over here, over there. But if you would have put them conscious brothers out there, we would have been in the crowd. So we right there when the brothers start arguing, brother, we there to squash it right there. Wouldn't be on the outskirts. We'll be right in there with them. That would have worked. But that's the only security would have worked. Because the one thing that black people got respect for is black consciousness. The babies, the adults, everybody. When they see them brothers from that world, everybody be on their best behavior. It's always been like that. They see a bunch of rosters out there, they ain't gonna do shit. They gonna calm down. It's gonna make them feel safe too. So they're gonna drop their guards a little bit. They're gonna feel safe. They're gonna feel like they ops can't do nothing to them, and they ain't gonna do nothing to their ops because there's too many rosters and Hebrew Israelites and Nation of Islam out here. Anytime we have those type of things, nothing happen. They had police and shit above Billigan Parade. They sent that up. They got the fighting out there. They talk about they wondering if they want to end the Bud Billigan Parade because the shorties out there acting a fool. What was that? If I was mayor, I'd fix all that shit. But Billiken Parade, you can't get in. You gotta be to get in. You gotta be 30 and over. 30 and over. You're under 30, you can't get in. The only way you can get in under 30, you gotta be with children. So if you're a 25-year-old dude and you come with your baby mama and your children, you can get in. You gotta be with a family. Under 30, you gotta be with your family. We ain't letting no straggling young niggas in here. Period. This ain't the hoochie mama shit or nothing. All you little girls, y'all bitches can't get in. Take y'all whole asses somewhere. Go sit y'all whole asses down. Go back to school, learn how to read. So I wouldn't let them young dumb niggas and them young bitches in there. Period. You can't get in. If you're under 30, you can only get in with your children and your, because a young man come with his children and his queen, he ain't gonna act a fool. But all you straggler ass niggas go home. 30 and older. You won't have no problem. You can't let no bunch of 19, 20, 21-year-old idiot ass niggas in there. They don't know how to act. They don't know how to act. I got people telling me I should run for mayor. I'll clean this motherfucker up. This motherfucker be clean and quiet. We'll still have the gang problems though. I won't be able to stop all of that. But it won't be none of this shit in the city out there, no downtown, like all them kids downtown. No. I had a fire department down there with the water hoses. And we'll drench them. We'll spray them with the water hose. Try to knock them down with it. Spray them, make them go on. We tell them one time, leave now. They don't leave, turn on the water hose. When they see the water, all the young girls gonna run because they ain't like they had get fucked up out there. So that team take over downtown, no, take y'all asses home. We ain't doing no team takeover downtown. Go home. This is grown. Downtown is for adults, not for stupid ass kids. If y'all kids want to come hang out in Chicago, grow the fuck up. But if you're a stupid ass, buster ass loser, stay your ass at home. I talk just like that as the mayor. But downtown, they'd be like, no matter how you talk, look at downtown. They ain't down there acting no fool. Because I'm the mayor. So if you down there, I'll be down there on the podium. Hey, y'all better behave y'all motherfucking asses or y'all going on. This the mayor. Okay? Play if you want to. And every one of y'all get arrested, you're going to have to pay a big fine to get out. Yeah, it's going to cost you. I hit them in their pockets. When their mama or somebody got to come bail them out, they'll stop. I hit them in their pockets. Lock them up. Because if I was mayor, I built a whole place to lock up the teenagers and the young adults. I built them a whole jail. I take some of these abandoned buildings we got around here, and they will become jails. And I'm gonna put their ass in jail. No, 10%. You gotta pay the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay the whole shit. Yep. I come out with the FUTC tax. You gotta pay the FUTC tax. If you come downtown and we arrest you, to get out, you gotta pay the FUTC tax to get out. I'd be the cold ass mayor. I have a tax for theirs. Yeah, you gotta pay the FUTC tax. It's $1,000 the first time. Second time it's 2,500. And if you stay in here, you gotta go to school. The FUTC tax. I say, what's that stand for? Fucking up the city tax. Yeah, you got yeah. Fucking up the city tax. $1,000 the first time, 2,500 the second time. And every day you in there, you gotta go to class. And the teachers is goony goons to beat your ass too. If you want to fight, I got teachers in there that can knock you out. I only hire strong ass teachers. If your mom and them don't like you, tell your bitch ass mama keep you at home. Tell that bitch to keep your dumb ass at home. Say, be like, we don't like that male. He don't talk right. Because your mama come down there, Mayor, if my baby, you had him locked up. Be like, bitch, you should have raised him right. Get the fuck out of here. They be like, he horrible. The husband. Don't be calling my wife now, bitch. You the daddy? And your son down here acting like that? You need to shut your punk ass up. What kind of daddy is you? In your household to your son, you the bitch. He running over you. You a bitch in your own household, sir. With all due disrespect. Nigga, you a bitch in your own household. You can't control this boy? He got two parents, both of y'all. Y'all can't do nothing with him. Is you his real daddy or you just busting his mama down? Boy, I would not be playing with niggas in there. I wouldn't be playing with you. Clean up the fucking city. Y'all want me to talk to y'all like a mayor? Act like citizens. Act like citizens, and I'll talk to you like citizens. Act like bitch ass niggas. I'm gonna talk to y'all like bitch ass niggas. We ain't having none of that goofy shit here. We ain't having no racism from these white folks. We ain't having no fucked up shit from these black folks. We ain't having none of that. We losing money. A city can't run with all that bullshit. They losing how much money? City broke. They got that stupid ass mayor in there. I voted for his dumb ass. Then people say, why you vote for him? Because we don't know they dumb until we see they dumb. How we know they dumb? America don't got no way to vet these politicians when they run it. We always in the dark when we vote. Why is everybody acting like we know what these politicians are going to do? We never know what they're going to do till they get in there. You know how many people voted for Trump regret it now? They didn't know he was going to do all this stupid shit he doing. So how you going to blame the Trump supporters? He didn't tell them he was going to do all that. He didn't. Them people didn't know he was going to do all this. We always blame the voters. We don't ever blame the politician. Why you keep blaming the politician, blaming the voters? Blame the politician. Now you're going to blame me because I voted for him. I vote for Harris. She getting there, don't do nothing. You blame me instead of blaming her. She don't do nothing. Duh. Duh, bruh. I don't care if it's Trump or Harris. If y'all ain't going to blame them and hold them accountable, ain't neither one of them going to do shit. I mean, if you want to keep it real, y'all don't hold nobody accountable. Your children, nothing. I understand why the boys is bitches because, you know, they mama ain't got no man like that. The men don't stay with the mama, so, you know, the boys don't be having no daddy. So I understand the women, they having a hard time raising these boys because they can't keep no man like that. Mama raised a little boy herself and then had another boy. You know what I'm saying? So the boy is a boy and the daddy's a boy too. And she, the poor black woman, got it hard. She got two boys on both sides of her. Her son is a stupid ass little boy, and her baby daddy is a stupid ass little boy. She ain't got a chance in hell. I know they married to stupid niggas because most of them dudes you sisters married to, I wouldn't fuck with them losers. So I feel your pain. You know what I'm saying? Most when you see these sisters with these dudes is goddamn models. All they want to do is look pretty to get a girl. Ain't worth two goddamn cents. Ain't gonna get his nails dirty. Ain't gonna do no work. All he want to do is look pretty. Now you gonna say something to me about the youth? How we gonna have some strong black youth when they daddy worrying about his sneakers? His sneakers. The grown black, most of you black men is grown now. Y'all some bitches. Y'all be worried about y'all sneakers. Always trying to have on some cute sneakers. Even sneakers sound like a bitch. Like niggas used to wear gym shoes. You know what I mean? Niggas don't wear gym shoes no more. Man, listen, ladies, you always complaining. You saying he running around cheating on you. Baby girl, he wears sneakers. So he be sneaking. Duh. Baby girl, your husband wears sneakers. So he be sneaking around. Some of y'all, your husband got a big old belly, sloppy, because he wears sneakers. Man, stop calling them sneakers and call them gym shoes so your pudgy husband go to the gym. If he wear gym shoes, he'll go to the gym. If he wears sneakers, he gonna cheat. He gonna sneak around and cheat. Duh. Put that punk on some gym shoes and tell him go lift some weights and get rid of that big ass belly so you can see his dick. His dick up under there somewhere. You'll find it. He need 40 honey packs to do any damn thing. Then he want to come over here. I don't even got no kids, OG. I don't have no kids. I got one kid, OG. I don't got no kids, OG. I don't got no kids, OG. I don't want no kids, OG. You don't want no babies. What kind of lion is you? I can't see no lion that ain't standing there got no cubs and shit. That's what make a lion a lion. He got cubs. You ain't got no cubs, huh? Hey, you cool with that? You don't got no sons? A man that ain't got no sons is a man that ain't planning to have no kingdom because he don't got no prince to turn the kingdom over to. Ladies, he's a buster. He don't want to have no sons. He don't want to have no kingdom. He's a loser. Go get somebody gonna get you pregnant, put some babies up in that pussy. You know what I'm saying? He need to knock a baby in there. I don't care how good he have sex. If you don't have no baby, his sex suck. He's supposed to put that thing in and a baby's supposed to fall out. What are we doing? Why y'all keep letting them put the thing in, don't no baby fall out? The fact you ain't having no baby by him, now you raise them to be irresponsible. You dating somebody don't want to have no baby off the top. He telling you you're irresponsible. You need to be dating somebody want to have children. That's responsible. You dating a grown ass man with new sneakers, with a closet full of sneakers, and he say he don't want to have no children. You dating a boy. They can have children. They don't want to have none. They weirdos. They can have children. They don't want to have children. I be on live all the time. They be telling me they don't want to have no children. The women and the men, they don't want to have no children. They're weirdos. They want to go extinct. Basically, I don't think they know that's what they saying. They want to go extinct. They don't want to be no more black people. They don't want to have no more black people. They want to go extinct. They can have kids. They don't want to. All of that got to do with everything going on. That got to do with the gang situation, the violence, all that whole mentality. A bunch of young people don't want to have kids, ain't gonna know how to raise nobody, ain't gonna know how to know leadership, ain't gonna have no responsibility. That means you got men having kids that didn't want them. He didn't really want that baby. He got drunk and had that baby. So he don't want to be no father to that son. He don't give a damn. The son is in jail and the daddy in jail. Y'all be surprised how many daddies and sons is both in prison. It'll blow your mind. They both in prison. You'd be surprised how many sons and daddies, they both got unalived in gang conflict. If you just knew how bad it was, it's crazy. How young people suffering. They don't even know how to have fun. The young men is some fucking weirdos. It's the weirdest group of young men in the history of black America. Fucking straight losers. They always running their damn mouth as weird as they motherfucking ass is. How you a generation of fucking weirdos always running your mouth? For one, that's the first generation don't dance with the girls. All the events be some ratchet shit. It'd be a bunch of girls. All a bunch of girls. And then the dudes just standing around. They don't dance with the girls. The dudes standing around each other like they gay. And the girls be over there having a ratchet contest because they trying to do whatever they could do to get these weirdo niggas' attention. Because these young black men is the weirdest niggas in black history. A bunch of fucking weirdos. You don't even dance with your women. They gotta do all this extra work to get your goddamn attention. That's why they be acting like hoes like that. They're not acting like hoes because they hoes. Our young ladies act like that because they trying to get these pussy ass niggas' attention. They don't get no attention from these men. These men like to stand around with a bunch of these weird ass dreads they done made in their head, looking like fucking feminine and pastafarians. And the girls got to do all that shit trying to get some attention. Because the dudes just like dudes. They just stand around a bunch of dudes. All they do is like dudes and shoot dudes, like dudes and shoot each other. And then go to jail and have sex with each other. That's what these young black men be doing. They be in jail with men. There be a bunch of men standing around with the ones that got the white on. They make them clothes out of white stuff and them be the female ones. They'll make sheets and stuff and make them thongs and shit. And there'll be like 9 or 10 of them, and they'll be the girls in the prison. And then the weirdo dudes will be the boys, but they really girl boys. So you got the girl boys and then the boy girls, like whatever. They both is men and girls. But one of them is a man that's a hidden girl, and the other one is a girl that's a hidden man. But they all the same. They're just playing two roles. This sissy playing the man, and this sissy playing the woman. But they all sissies. Yeah, they call them prison wife. I know what they call them. And they ain't gonna have no baby. They're destroying the race. They destroying the race. You brothers is like 40 years old, 50 years old. When y'all get my age, y'all gonna have all the women you want. 20 years old, 25, 26, 30. Gang of them. If you a man and you still on man stuff, all them young ladies, you go and get them. Because the young men don't know what to do with them. I could take their women right now. I just don't want to. I could go out there and get all the young women I want right now at this age. Because I can offer them something that these young sissy niggas ain't got. You ain't got nothing to offer. You don't even want to have no babies. Anybody know a woman is not on the next level of love with you till she had that baby. If she ain't got no baby, that's just your girlfriend. You're not bonded until your bloodline come out of her. You're not bonded until she carry your seed for 9 months. That's when you talking about you want to get up in there. The only way you can really get up in there is put a baby in her. Now you really up in there. You don't want to have no baby, so you're trying to have sex with her, trying to push your penis up here where this would be a baby. You wouldn't have to try to push your penis so far up in there. If you put a baby in there, you'd be all up in her guts. Watch these rap niggas get all up in your guts, with a baby. That's how you get in her guts. You put a baby in her guts. Duh. Not a penis. Duh. You ain't even having no babies. All this pussy out here. And you ain't fucking and getting it pregnant. I be shaking my head. I can't believe it. But you can sure go shoot up a party, though. I give you that, young black man. You can sure ruin a party and shoot up a party, but you can't raise no sons, you can't have no babies, you can't get married. Oh, I don't know how to do that, but you can go shoot up a party and go to jail the next day. Look at the last party got shut up. What was that, Mellow Bucks? Them niggas went to jail in 3 days. They was arrested. So now these people just lost their life. You just shot up the venue and you in prison. You going to prison already that quick. Just basically just ruined everybody's life. Yours, the people got the club, the neighborhood, and the people that lost their life, the people that got shot. A total L. Like them fools that just shot up this party we talking about. They going to jail. They'll be in jail for the week is over. Dumb as hell. I'll be sitting in prison 30 years from now talking about, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to turn y'all life around. That's why I messed my life up. 30 years you're going to be sitting in there with men. Because you uneducated and think you a gangster by shooting somebody. And that shit is not gangster. Gangsters do not be killing. This is all false information. Gangsters had hitmen, and them hitmen was only called over money or or for allegations you finna rat and send them to prison. They was not just running around just shooting each other for nothing. They was battling over real territory and real money. Now these young boys, they just shooting for no reason. No money, no territory, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Trying to get brownie points for unaliving people. It's the dumbest shit ever. Because they stupid. And nobody want to say that. Nobody want to tell the truth. They stupid. Okay, we got a whole bunch of stupid black males. And when you get a whole bunch of stupid black males, you end up with a whole bunch of stupid black females. Because women like men, and now your daughter's running behind Captain Stupid. You understand? Because they don't go to school. If they went to school, they wouldn't be doing none of that. They don't go to school. They dumb. They feel inferior. They're looking for false superiority. So they turn to shooting. And they go to prison and find out they still ain't nothing. Look at Dirk locked up. All that damn money. He want to steal, act like he live in O Block. His brother D-Thing. Still out. What the fuck you doing at the club and your brother Dirk? What you doing at the club, bro? You supposed to be getting some other bigger money than that. You ain't even, D-Thing wasn't even supposed to be in Chicago at all. He's supposed to have been gone. He's supposed to have been out there with his brother. All that you miss your brother. Your brother should have been with you, Dirk. What are we doing? Why your brother wasn't with you? And get rid of them losers that was around you and have your brothers and clean up your act and get some legal money. Now the lawyers getting all the legal money. The Young Thug, Dirk, all of them. All they doing is making, steal and making all them rich. Diddy, the dumbass too. All they doing is making the lawyers and the justice system rich. They did all that work to give it back. It's crazy. They got out there to Bud Billiken and got to fight. Ratchet as hell. No respect for culture or nothing. The Bud Billiken is like a black culture event. Why would you come out there fighting? Why? Because they're not out there for the culture. They out there just outside, want to go anywhere. They don't have no respect for the foundation of the stuff they're going to. They don't know nothing about that. They just out there because the other person out there. In the black community, like here in Chicago, they just go places because somebody else there. They get on the phone. Hey, Keisha, where you at? You down at the Bobilican? Y'all, they down at the Bobilican. We on our way. So they only coming because Keisha and them there. They not really coming for the Bobilican. Then the next one call, and the next one call. And they all run down there. That's how they do the king. That's how they do the kids take over. Teen takeover downtown. Same way they call. Where you at? We downtown. Oh, we coming. They're not going for no reason. They just going because the other one there. And you get all these stupid teens down there for nothing, stand around. You get a bunch of stupid boys. The uneducated ones start breaking windows and shit. The ones that do got some sense of stuff sitting there laughing, enjoying it. So the whole group looks stupid. Because the losers come and start doing breaking windows and doing all this, trying to get attention to show you he don't respect nothing. He don't like nothing. His mama house dirty and he don't take care of nothing, so he gonna bust all the windows. In some cases, he got a real good mama, but he determined to embarrass her and act like a jackass. He trying to impress these other loser kids, you know? And when you got a child, you got to watch who they be around. You got to watch who your daughter hang out with and watch who your son hang out with. In some cases, the peer pressure is so much, if you won't let them hang out with the losers, they'll run away. They'll run away and try to stay with an auntie or somebody that'll let them do what they want to do. They sure will. From the time you don't make your children do good at school, you lost them. You can't have no young black man that's not doing well in school. He gonna turn to crime. He gonna turn to acting a fool. Everybody want to get seen. They can't get seen for being smart, so they get seen for being scumbuckets. They got no regard for life. Imagine just shooting people like that. What kind of person you got to be? You got to be cold as ice, full of hate. That's the young generation. They full of hate. They'll come over and see me. Shut your old ass up. Get your old. They just hate me. And when they see my age, they hate me. On the internet. In real life, not so much. Because my way I talk don't match my age. And I talk the language. I talk the right language. Like, fuck you, you little bitch, nigga. I'll knock your shit out your shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a language. Now he looking at me like, oh, he not OG like that. We thought you was OG, the other kind of OG. We didn't know you was an ignorant ass nigga OG. We didn't know you was, what kind of fucking OG is this nigga? Oh, OG really outside. He really weird with it. That shorty dumb as hell. They try to in jail. They try to put the younger one. They try to put them on the deck where the young ones in charge, so they could be losers. They try not to put them on the deck with a bunch of people like me, because we're gonna make them get in line. So they'll put them on deck where the person that's calling it is in their 20s too. He ain't number 28, 29. He controlling a bunch of 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds, so he ain't teaching them shit. This how they keeping them dumb. They ain't putting them around nowhere they can get no structure. They ain't got no structure. They just out there throwing their life away. You know what I'm saying? The shorties ain't stupid. Like, they letting all of the old criminals out by the thousands. Cut your time, let you out, so they can have room for these young ones. And they building new prisons. They got so many new prisons they're gonna have up. By the time Trump term is over, watch how many new prisons be up. They gonna put all them young niggas in them prisons. Memphis, New Orleans, Texas, Illinois, California, all that. It's gonna be full of Mexicans, whites, and blacks. If you're a young white and you don't act white and you don't do what white people want you to do, they're gonna lock your ass up. They don't give a fuck about you being white. You better act white. If you don't act white, they ain't gonna treat you white. When I mean act white, I mean they want you to be sophisticated and productive in society. Now, if you want to act like you, Serena or Crip or Blood or some black gang, okay, they're going to treat you like a black gang. Because they looking at you like you white. You got all the opportunity in the world. Why is you out here? Why is you out here like that? So, look, that's enough of that. Let me end this live. Rest in peace to the people that lost their lives. I hope JRoy, I hope he turned it around. I kind of feel sorry for him. I know his life is topsy-turvy right now. They're going to put all them bodies on him. Parents and stuff might sue him. So he might get lawsuits. They might say, you're responsible. You the one that invited my baby to that shit. It was your event. So he might be looking at lawsuits, which he would win. He called it Club JRoy. How is it a club and it's not in a club, bruh? How do you call this a club? This is not a club. Unbelievable. Anyway, y'all stay positive. If you got children, stand on their neck. They got to go to college or they got to go to trade school or they got to get out. If you got a son and he gangbanging and stuff, throw him out. If your daughters is dating somebody involved in gangs, tell her she can't be around him no more. If she don't want to listen, throw her out. Because if you got anybody gang affiliated at your house, the possibilities of your house getting shot up is high. And if you got other children in there, that one that's out there gangbanging, putting the other children in danger, putting your whole family in danger, got your house marked. So if they want to go out here and they want to be gangbangers, they got to get out. If you were smart, you would never let them visit you or nothing until they get their life together. Because if they drop their location, they coming. Because there's bodies already. And they didn't already unalive somebody's brother. And if he love his brother, he going to watch you. He going to find you. He want revenge for his brother. So it's like the Hatfield and the McCoys. Revenge killings. Back and forth and back and forth. Real talk. And black people, watch where the hell you go. When you go out and you see young people, especially young black men, you better be careful. You better be careful. If it's young black men, be careful. We got to start having parties that they can't come to. Period. 30 and over. 30 and over. You ain't 30 and over, you can't come. Facts.